Good morning. The final video blog of this week in Ontario, Canada is set right here on a beautiful granite terrace, smoothed over by centuries of wind and maybe even waves at some point, bursting up out of the waters of Georgian Bay. Look at this. A couple of days ago we left Killarney Lake, paddled back to shore and then jumped in the vehicle, headed back to Killarney Outfitters and enjoyed a couple of hours of lovely shade underneath the porch at the Outfitters. All the while the hummingbirds feeding from the sugar water all the way around the porch. And then it was time for off again. New lunch packed, most of the same gear, but crucially canoes swapped for sea kayaks and a stand-up paddleboard. Woohoo! And then Ted drove us out, leaving Killarney, watching the seaplanes rise up, and then dodging the islands, weaving in and out, waving at other kayakers, and just taking in an altogether different scenario. I feel like David Coulthard on the F1, but let me quickly introduce you to Hayley, who's been our guide. Hey you! Hey! Hayley's been with us for the last week. How were we? Were we okay?
Good, yeah.
Yeah?
Good portaging.
Anything else to say? Highlight?
Fun. Finding that campsite after portaging and canoeing all day.
Big time, that was a pretty cool campsite.
Yeah, it's nice.
Hayley's awesome. She's got a blog and Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram, all of that stuff at Wild Canoes. She is 19 and just beginning in this world. Follow her. Some adventures to come, hey?
Yeah, a lot, I hope.
You're awesome. Sorry for slapping you then. That was pretty rude. When we got to camp here, we set up and I put my hammock up. Paul and Sandra found a spot for their tent, and I think if the first leg was about paddling and portaging, this one was about peace and play.
I'm confident that I'll end up in the water.
We had no itinerary at all, just to enjoy the spot, jump on the stand-up paddleboards. Who has the most balance in the camp? And then we just enjoyed a lovely meal and then headed off for a kayak the next morning. Set up on a rock and just enjoyed it. It wasn't all simple though. Just hanging out in Georgian Bay, just on a rock with a stand-up paddleboard. What I really love about it out here is that it's just so peaceful. Come on. Youth of today. Seriously. Hayley's sent the drone up to look for Paul and Sandra, who've kayaked off. It's not that they're lost, they're just somewhere that we don't know about. Any luck?
No.
Brilliant. We've lost our competition winners. I mean, they're good company, but at least we get twice as much food now. Found them. They're fine. Good job, Hayley. She's not a talker. And then back to camp for our final night, just to soak this up. We got the fishing rods out, didn't really catch much, and then made use of the already provided supplies for a final popping celebration. When sizzling is here.
Right, continue to shake the pan in very fast circular. That's back and forward motion.
Relatively close to the fire.
Immediately remove pan from burn when...
Oh, it's hot. Cyclops is here. We're all loaded up, ready to go. Paul and Sandra, how's your prize been?
Oh, it's just been amazing. I mean,
everything's just taking my breath away. The kayaks, the canoes, the wildlife, the scenery, the weather. You know, so many experiences just taking our breath away, and we've got lots of memories to share. It's been, amazing. Thank you, and thank you. And thank Kalani Outfitters. They've been amazing.
It's like the Oscars, isn't it?
Of course, giving it Hayley. And Hayley's been amazing, just teaching us how to string the food up in the trees and
watch out for bears.
And Dave, you've not been too bad company either.
Paul, you enjoyed it?
Oh, it's fantastic. Been blessed by the weather, and it's just really brought everything to life and allowed us to just take full advantage of the chances we've been given. Yeah, messing about on boats, you know. That's, is there a greater thing to do?
Can't argue, can you?
Yeah,
Guys,
I know. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure spending a week with you.
Yeah.
And now it's down to our man Tom to take us home on the way back to civilization. Any final words for the camera, buddy?
Oh, I wish I could stay out here a little longer. It's kind of hot today.
Always complaining, isn't it?
Yep.
Let's do this.
Okay.
See you later.